Welcome to Cotman,
Crawford,
and the Jersey Guy Podcast.
I know. It's funny.
No, it's good.
All right. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
We're doing pretty good.
Doing all right, man. Doing
Good.
all right.
Excellent. Go ahead, brother. Yours today, your topic. And
Oh, that's everybody's topic, really,
Yeah.
because we talked about it between one another.
Right.
I brought it up already as far as cell phones are going.
Mhm.
And people are starting to pay attention now more than they did before, that how much time they're spending on their phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Juice.
So,
And I'm Steve.
There you go.
one of
Oh,
the-
wait, I didn't
the
get
regular
to it.
guest.
Let me get to it.
No, we're just busting on Lou
Oh,
today.
man.
We're messing with Lou today. No,
Anyway.
no.
Love
We're
that,
just busting
Steve.
today.
I was getting, all right, my bad.
No, we just
Wow.
messing with you, bro. It was funny. That was a good one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Too funny. So, yes. So, today's topic.
Is about how people just, I don't know, it's cell phones.
Right.
It's our cell phone. How much time do you spend on your cell phone? Think about it.
Mhm.
Do you ever say to yourself, I got to put this fucking thing down? I'm on this thing forever right now.
Right.
Scrolling through shit and sharing and whatever. Like you just get consumed with it almost. You know, it's crazy. But at least if you have the right thought to say to yourself, the wealth for all, is that the right thing to say? To say to yourself, okay, I got to put this down and walk away for a couple hours and not fucking touch my phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do that. I'll go, all right, I'm done. I'll come downstairs. I'll do something different, you know, just so I'm, because you actually, if you're paying attention to it, I think you're at least, that's a good thing, I think. More so than most people, because think about people who are really on
don't
it.
even pay attention to how often they use their
right.
phone.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Right. But don't they have a thing on the phones now where you can see how much time
They
you
do.
spend
Oh,
screen
yeah,
time?
they have-
It'll give you that reading.
You can actually go on your phone now and it'll tell you how much you used or whatever. But
Really?
you can actually like have it give you alerts like
Gotcha.
or cap.
That's right. Yeah.
your
I've
data.
had, I think it was Instagram at one point still does it, where they tell you, hey, it's time for downtime or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then
yeah.
to put it down, put your phone down and walk away and give yourself a little, rest.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that they had on Instagram.
Which is actually a good thing to do. When, if a company's doing that, they should probably be doing it a little bit more often, but, they still want to get people to stay on their
I'm
that
more
thing.
surprised at some of the businesses that they allow people to have their cell phones at work.
Right.
Well, so like for me, I have my cell phone. So I have a work cell phone and
So do I.
I need it.
No, I'm not talking about the work cell phone. I'm talking about personal. So like I was telling you before we were on vacation. We were walking in the Roman Forum, and which is thousands of year old stuff that needs to be watched and protected. And they have employees there to make sure that people don't go in certain places. And we're walking up one thing, and there's a worker sitting there like this.
Wow, sitting there on the phone.
Just not paying attention to
Right.
anybody.
No, that shouldn't be allowed.
And some stuff like that. Or, I've seen cops on their cell phones.
Yeah.
And stuff
Yeah,
like
So
that.
I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, that's the whole thing. Everybody is preoccupied with this thing.
Because
this
the funny, I had
device.
asked the cop. Matter of fact, remember we had Officer Hightower here?
Yes.
We talked to him, and he turned around and he was saying, he had said to me before, not on that particular show,
Right.
that police officers on their phones, right? You ready? Is because they're networking with the other police
Oh,
officers.
yeah, sure. Exactly.
Because everybody's got a scanner. Well, not everybody, but some bad guys have the scanner, so they can hear they're talking on the radios and stuff.
Well,
So
I mean,
then
that's believable.
that's how you do it.
So.
Well, it's believable when you don't want to get busted for something you're not
Right,
supposed
yeah,
to be
especially-
doing.
supposed to be
I was a fireman for a volunteer fireman for a while, and you had scanners. Everybody had scanners for
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
police and fire and ambulance.
Yeah.
You know everything that's going on.
Right.
So.
Right.
And that's so then. But I
They
guess
actually
what we're
get apps
saying,
for that too. You can even get like a police
Right, on
scanner
your phone.
On your phone.
Yeah.
Right,
You can,
absolutely.
listen to
and
police
then there you
scanners
go.
from,
So
like,
then
other
you're back
states
to
and
being
stuff.
stuck on your phone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
Again,
saying?
there's another thing
and
to
that's
be
something
honest.
else
See?
because you can get an app for your remote control for your TV,
Yep.
for the Roku. I have the Roku remote on my phone.
Yeah, because it
You know
comes
what I
in
mean?
utility too.
Right.
You know what I
Right?
mean?
Yeah. It
Remember
does.
how you
There's
used to
so
use
many. Yeah.
Remember how you used to use a computer before
For-
the cell phone was really the way it is now?
Oh yeah.
Because the cell phone is literally a computer. That's
Right.
what it is, right? Think about of information.
Yep.
You
But
know,
you know
but
what? The
we used to be on the computer more than we were on the phone, and then it just gradually went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you go on your computer? Unless it's for work, that's different. But I'm saying personally,
I do my billing on my computer.
Okay.
Other than that, most stuff I do on my phone.
Right.
So
point made.
Yeah.
Right?
What were you saying?
No, I was saying like
and certain videos I like to watch on the computer.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha.
We won't make fun of
I
that
was
one.
saying like there's always something, right? There's always something that is like the next thing. It's like, oh, social media has you on your phone all the time.
Right.
And now it's like, oh, now it's like AI, like ChatGPT and stuff like that.
Right.
Now you're like using that a lot,
But now when you speak though to ChatGPT or you're looking that stuff up, is it really you being quote unquote on your phone for like social media? Or is it you, getting information?
But you can use ChatGPT for different things. Some people
That's
use
what I'm
it,
saying.
like I say, I use it for story writing.
Right.
I like write stories or like read stories. You know, you can have it make stories if you want to do like fan fiction.
Right.
So
okay.
Use it for that too. I use it as a reader app.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. So then is it technically you using your phone, I guess we'll say, like being on your phone like you're saying? Or like when you speak to ChatGPT, I'm saying. Right. Would that be considered you being on your phone?
Well, the phone is the object.
The phone is the computer.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the phone
Where
is
else are you getting it to work?
The phone is the center of everything.
Yeah. Right.
So we're using it so much.
So in
more
order to use ChatGPT, you need your phone.
Whether you're checking scores, whether you're doing ChatGPT, whether you're looking at pictures, whether you're texting somebody, like everything revolves around around the phone.
Because it's your mobile computer. So there's no more, you don't have to say the desktop. You know what I'm saying? You're not using your desktop microphone to turn around and speak to ChatGPT, to turn around and do all those things that you would have to do or be able to do on your phone. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But what the crazy part is like now, like more than ever, we're like bombarded with like advertisements.
Oh yeah.
Because everything's got ads in them.
Right. Why?
So like, and that was never like that before.
It's
it was
for control,
like on
man.
TV, like a billboard or a magazine always had ads in it. But it's just like everything you use now has like ads in it.
Right. But because we're not watching TV, regular TV as much. So now they have to pay to do their advertising
you're on the computer so much.
So then you're looking
at your phone.
Your phone. So you're looking at the games that you play. You're looking at the social media that there's ads in there. People on social media are also now, I'm going to say it nicely, entrepreneurs. So they're trying to sell and push their stuff.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody's doing now.
Right. So that that's why all the ads. Right. You know what I mean? I mean, that's where I would go with it. I do say in the middle of some of the games that it's, too much, but at least on the social media, you could just, kind of scroll through, What is it that would then make it too much?
The time that you spend on it, regardless of what you're looking at and what you're doing, because you're still using that device to watch whatever or listen to or use for whatever reason. So it's the fact that, that's not a bad thing because what you were doing is pretty productive and all that other stuff, the way I look at it. But what about all the other shit you just got done doing while you were on the fucking phone? And now you're doing that. So I'm saying it's the time necessarily, not necessarily the work that you're doing.
It makes
what I mean?
It makes us too accessible.
Right.
Is what it is. We're too accessible. We don't have, it's not the old time. Don't answer the phone or don't, I'm going out. You go out. Used to be you went out and you come back home and there'd be voicemails.
Right.
Or something like that.
Right. Exactly.
But now, depending on what you do with your phone, if you leave it on, you don't put on Do Not Disturb, you are accessible 24/7, 365 days a year. And not just to the important people.
Right.
Like I shut my phone off at night, and the only ones now who can get through to me are my wife and kids. And, up until the other day before my kids went back to school, and nobody called me at night because we were all in the same house.
Right.
So I didn't have to worry about it. Now I use it there. But if you don't put your phone on Do Not Disturb, anybody can call you. Anybody from work can call you. Anybody from a social group can call you. Telemarketers can call you. Your doctor's office can call you. At any point in time.
Spam, telemarketers, right?
Okay,
spam,
so then now here's my question for you. I don't answer the phone.
Oh.
So then I would just turn around. Like let's just say if it's work and it's after 8 o'clock at night, I'm just, hitting the
but you're still
thing
picking
off.
it up. It's still you're still accessible.
Well, because I look to see who's calling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I play games on my phone.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I look at social media stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
So some things you probably have to don't spend as much time on those things that like your entertainment stuff. Like in other words, instead of being on there for 2 hours straight,
Right.
and I'm just using an example.
Right.
Cut it down to an hour and a half, or a little at a time, and then at some point you'll.
Okay.
So now you go ahead.
Tablet.
What about tablet?
Same thing.
Well,
then it's
the
like
same
the
thing.
hub.
It's just a big
hub of connectivity.
And the tablet's just
You're
a
connected.
mirror usually of your phone anyway.
Right.
It's just a bigger screen.
Right. Or a Chromebook. They're all everything's synced now. So
Right.
Okay. And I get what you're saying, because the stuff you're saying is stuff that you need to get done, and you're able to do it, and it has the accessibility to be able to do it because it's easy and quick, and that's great. But then when you have all the other stuff that you've been doing before that or whatever, it's like you don't have a break. You're constantly, it's part of you. It's like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't miss it. 2 minutes later, you're like, some people anyway.
But it is just wild, like what you were saying, like, Steve, like you were saying, like that whole, like, you're accessible. The only way you're not accessible is literally by turning a device on Do Not Disturb. Otherwise, anybody can reach you at any time.
Right, so you can't even watch a movie on your phone or play games on your phone because if your phone is on, I can get you.
Yeah,
right.
And I'll interrupt you.
You may ignore it, but I have interrupted your zen.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
right. I could see that.
It's wild though. But then because our devices make us that way.
So then, what would be the solution?
Just being aware of it, I think, and working on it.
Blowing up the internet.
Well, no, because even us at our age, we've all become dependent on, being able to find that stuff. For us, even to you, it was like encyclopedia.
I love the accessibility to all that stuff.
To the information. It's great.
The information is amazing.
Like, from following, sports scores, no matter where you are. Or even just like, I don't know if it ever happens to you guys, but I get like these random things pop in my head, like, oh, who was in that movie?
Oh yeah, let me look it up.
And I can't think of it.
Absolutely.
And so I just look it up, and oh, okay, it was that person.
Right, because like back in the day, it was like go to Blockbuster and then find the person.
No, but I used to call my mom.
Oh,
I used to call my mom.
About hilarious,
hey, Mom,
bro.
who was in this movie?
Oh, yeah.
She knew all that stuff.
Yeah, that's great. And
I could do that with my parents as well.
My mom knew all
of that shit.
So.
Right, because that's all that they watched. Yeah. Like, there's things now that I know that the wife would turn around and say, oh, what about, who was in da-da-da-da? I'm like, oh, yeah, it was da-da-da-da. She's like, how do you know this? Yeah. Music. You and I always talk about that with music with the wives.
Even with the movies, I do it with Don.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
If I see a movie come on and I get to it, and they'll say it's Gladiator. And it's before, and I see the scene that it is. I'm like, yes, you can fucking see it right here. And then I know word for word.
Yeah.
And I say it just before he says it. She's like, what the hell?
Yeah. But you know what's funny? My son.
I love it. Groundhog's Day the other day.
Groundhog's Day.
I watched Groundhog's Day. So I was like, all right, let's watch it,
But now you can go on the internet with your phone and find that and watch it.
Yeah.
Songs.
Music
have in your head.
Dude, do you know how many times like Lou and I will sit like when we're at work or whatever and we'll say something and Joey at work. And we'll just turn around and, well, even with you actually do this shit a lot too.
What?
That we'll say a song, like we'll say something and that's the song. And then you'll go to the song or to the movie quote.
Right. Where it came from. Right.
Yeah.
I get random pictures of people that pop in my head, like people I went to like elementary school with.
Right.
So we're talking like 50 years ago.
Right.
Who I wasn't friends with.
Right.
Like had nothing to do with them after that.
Right.
But like it'll pop in my head and I remember their name and I go on Facebook and say, put
and look them up.
George Foreman, and see where they are. If you that stuff. It's just like things just fly out.
Yeah.
Like just random events.
Yeah.
Over the course of your lifetime, just come out.
I only have, I guess we'll say, those kind of thoughts for maybe movies.
Oh.
Songs not so much, because the song, I'll know who sings it, only because, I'm music. But just sometimes like, oh, I know that guy from Gotta Get a Movie. All day, baby.
Barry
There you
Manilow.
go, you see? Yeah, exactly. So, that's where I'm at. Movies I'll question. I'm like, shit, I know that guy from some.
Right.
I'll forget the person's name.
I did that the other night. Tanya was watching Suits.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was the woman who was playing a lawyer, was taking over Suits. And she was from like the some place where she was legal.
Pearson, right?
And she was from Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Oh, she was.
Oh, 7?
And I figured it out. No, it was a different woman.
Okay.
Excuse me, I apologize.
On something that I saw.
Yeah, she was on another movie recently too.
That I was like, 7.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's what it said. Then, like you said, these are the things that we get off of our phone.
Right. Yeah.
Now,
well, that's what I do. I go right to IMDb. I go IMDb, boom, go to the app. I go, oh, who's this actor? Who's that? Well, what else were they in? We do that.
So now,
and I do it all the time.
What about in the summertime now? So now it's, right now it's still the end of summer for us. Kids are getting ready to get back to school, whatever. Do you find yourself putting your phones down more over the summer than you do in the winter? Now you're locked up in the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's all, it's cold outside. You're not going to go out.
Right.
What do you do now? You're either stuck in front of the boob tube or you're on your phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or on your tablet. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go out as
the TV's
often.
on and you're on your phone.
Right. Yeah. See,
like
I found myself putting it down.
I've done that too. And then I'd be like, okay, I got to do one or the other. I can't do both.
So I make it my business personally to not be on my phone. I'm on my tablet now only because I'm playing games because I got the daily stuff. So I'm on my tablet usually maybe a half hour.
And you have the phone,
but then so I put that down and I try to, like I'm watching TV. When we're having dinner, we'll turn around and, turn everything off and it's just us sitting there, having a conversation or whatever, yelling at each other because we did some dumb shit during the day, whatever it was. You know what I mean? But, and I said, I've tried to make it my business to, make it a thing. No, we're putting the phones down or I'm putting my phone down at least, you know what I'm saying? And, that's
you do that in your house?
I do.
You do.
So the funny
for
is
yourself,
that,
you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, I have to because
that's what I'm saying. I do the same thing. I'll actually literally say, "Hey, I'm done."
Because there's just so much info that's coming in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I got to take a break from this because I found myself getting freaking like I had agina. I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is like, are these people that
having anxiety?
Stupid? Yeah, because it was just so many things that were going on and everything, all this info that I'm getting. I'm like, I can't believe this.
Especially social media. Like, if you're doom scrolling, like, that's just like.
So now, when I go on social media, I'm all about the funnies.
Right.
Funnies, cars, and motorcycles.
Right.
That's where I'm at, to get away from all that other stuff.
See, I don't do social media like in the context of participating in it. I will look at pictures, I will look at funny stuff, and that, so I don't get caught up in the social media.
Right.
But I'm always on my phone checking scores or buying something. Oh, I could use this, I could use that, stuff like that. Or if I'm playing golf, I have an app that keeps my score and measures distance and so like yeah. It's a GPS so it tells you how far you are to the hole and all that stuff. So it's like I'm always on it, but just mindless stuff. So it doesn't like the new thing. I don't know if you've seen them, like the babies, like it's like the AI.
Oh, the AI babies.
The AI babies where they ask questions about their mom or their dad.
I'm stuck on AI Bigfoot. I'm stuck on AI Bigfoot.
I saw AI
Bigfoot. I'm loving that motherfucker.
Oh, I got to try that.
You got to see it. It's
I
fucking
do
great.
the AI Stormtrooper stories.
Oh, those are great too. I love those.
Two Stormtroopers always get into trouble and stuff.
Did you see the Bigfoot go with that Bigfoot was in the woods and Darth Vader comes down? He's like, this you saw that one?
Yeah.
Darth Vader lands in the middle of the woods and Bigfoot is there and Bigfoot's like, yo, I hope it's not Darth Vader coming to get me. Like, dude, Darth Vader just gave me this lightsaber and we're going to go fuck up this little green guy and Yoda. And when they go out there to go find Yoda, he's like running away from Yoda with his lightsaber. Bigfoot is running away. Yeah, it's freaking hilarious. But again, I limit myself to those, to like to just the funnies. You know what I'm saying? I stay on there for a little while. Like I'll scroll for a little bit. Yes. There's no more reading on the toilet.
Right.
So now I have my phone.
Now you're on the phone.
So, but
you
I'm
have
on
the phone on the toilet.
And I'll just freaking.
I used to have a magazine rack in the bathroom.
Yeah,
we still do.
He still does.
I still do. But
I don't.
Sometimes I'll
that was the only time I read the paper. It was in the can.
Right.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Well,
I used to read the paper. But I used to read the paper on the train.
Okay.
It's funny though. Before phones, I used to never do anything in the bathroom except go to the bathroom.
Right. Really?
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with you?
Weirdo. That's quiet time, dude. You're funny.
Just in your thoughts.
Yeah, you're really concentrating. No, bro. I hear too many voices. I can't do that shit.
And
you're focused,
man.
Phone,
Yeah, no.
Like everybody else.
Dude, when I was a kid, so the funny, right? When I was a kid, right, I would take the TV. So we had a little like freaking 12-inch black and white TV, and I would run the extension cord, put it into the bathroom and close the door. And while I was taking a dump, I would watch TV. Because it would be Knight Rider, you know what I'm saying? I had the Can't Miss Knight Rider, bro.
Yeah, I've done that.
BJ and the Bear.
It was
those super old school. So for those that don't know, it's the old school stuff. And, that was what I did, man. That was what I did in the bathroom. I read the paper on the train.
On the train?
Okay.
I slept on the train when I went to work.
I didn't. No. I never really had to commute much to work.
Oh, dude.
I just drove. Yeah. So.
No, in Brooklyn, I'd go from. So I went to New Utrecht High School.
Got to go to Manhattan,
and I would have to go to Manhattan to go to work after school. And
now everybody's on their cell phone when they take a subway now.
Well, now they're on the cell phones. And what's? I'm going to say this. I think what's really messed up is on the subway. It's bad and it's good, I guess. But they turn around and they made it where you can get internet service now.
Oh,
on the subway.
So, yeah. No, I don't know if that's a good idea.
The last time I was on the subway,
people want to work on the subway too. Like it's because
they're on there. That makes sense too.
But I guess for safety too.
Why would it be safety? For what?
Something happened.
Why? Because if you have the conductor on a train,
he could call in anything.
Then they would be able to call.
That's why the conductor's there.
The radios work
unless they take the conductor out.
That's true.
Hollow.
Yeah.
What was that movie?
I don't know. Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yes, thank you.
Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. The good one,
the original one.
I saw that in the Walking Theater on 18th Avenue in Brooklyn.
You ever seen that movie?
I mean, what happens if it's in a situation where the train crashes and everybody's out and you're all scattered on the tracks? Oh, help! You need your phone.
Yeah. So,
and what's messed,
But what would you have done if you didn't have your phone when it was at the time when you didn't have phones?
You would have died.
You
would have died in the tunnel.
Try to find a way out.
Right. So you would have did the same shit.
But then you can risk getting in trouble. You can risk getting hurt.
Mr. Green would have shot you because you're a crazy one.
All right. So how long does this Bluetooth go? Does it go the whole ride that you're on the train, or does it only go at the station?
It's just
internet's piped through the whole subway.
Do you guys fly at all? There's Wi-Fi. You get Wi-Fi on the plane.
Right. See,
they have cell towers in the.
So this is what I'm talking about. So now they gave you something more for you to focus in on.
Right.
Well, now I can be on my but like what Steve said, but the work thing I think is
right.
But also it's also not being a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a big one like that. But it's just a way to just keep everybody shut up. Right, we give you. Here's your little thing. Get in your. If everyone's like this, everyone's like this.
Yeah,
everyone's like this.
And they can control what you see if you want to go down that. Same
well,
route,
that's what we talk about with the algorithms. Yeah,
right.
You're 1,000,000% right.
Well, the algorithms are, they control everything.
Yeah, and so like I said, what would be the difference? Did you now switch phones because something you said before?
Well, I have my work phone.
No. Do you do? I was like, what do you flip phone? You go back to flip phone.
People are doing that. People are going back to flip phones.
Right, but are they going back to flip phones because it's
because they want to? No, because they want to get away from all.
But the flip phones they're not the same. They're not the Razors that we had or the Nokias where you have to hit 1, 2, 3 to get a C.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, I think they're more internet ready phones.
But it's just more of a simpler phone. It's not as
is it internet ready as far as the communication? So it's now easier to get the phone call, easier to do whatever.
I think they just close up. I don't
really. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah, I don't know if. I don't know if
my father had one. My father had one. I could go on it, but it was complicated. It was a pain in the ass to go. Unless where you needed to go because you had to manually go and type it over there.
So then you don't want to have to do it. Right.
So people are getting away from that.
See, I haven't seen anybody with a flip phone like you're saying. Except
I've seen people go to flip phones.
Some people are starting to get away from it. I'm not saying it's like
someone that had a flip phone.
I've seen Verizon have a flip phone, but it just flips and it opens up to
my father had that one.
To a regular smartphone.
Yeah. Right, that I see. Yeah. Who is it? Who has that?
He had
that flip phone that it folds.
It was a regular
phone.
The Pixel.
Pixel has it, but also Samsung has one.
Oh, Samsung, okay.
It opens up like a book.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then it's just a bigger screen.
Right.
It's like having a
tablet. Right, yeah.
So you fold it, and you got your phone, and then when you open it up, you got a tablet.
You got a tablet. That's insane.
It's nuts. But then that phone, to me, that's going to break you. That's going to break. That's going to break soon.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it. What do you mean break? Break how?
Because that machinery alone is not going to last the wear and tear. If you open it and closing it and doing whatever you do.
It'll last long enough till you have to buy a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it's paid off.
So there's a show. I forgot what channel it's on, what streaming service, but it's called Upload, and they have
it's on Prime
on their hand is the phone. So you do this, you hold the L, and the phone is right there.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of that phone that we're just talking about, that you open it up and flip it because it's in your fingers now.
But they could do that
and
with a watch.
And
if they
with
had
the
a watch
watch
with a projector that
wasn't that
was motion detected.
Tom Cruise,
right? So you could type into it. It's like a 3D hologram almost.
Yeah, that's what it was. Wasn't that in Tom Cruise movie?
No, it was in Star Trek. It was a Minority Report.
He had that on the watch.
Yeah, but also, I bet you this is the L.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. OG?
Loser.
You guys are funny.
So hooked up on our phone.
Yo, that's funny. I didn't even think about that shit, bro. Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just think that so many things that we have now are things that when we were kids, we were like, oh, I wish we had that. I wish it was something that, we should have this. It should be. Now we have it. And now we're like, jeez, bro, that's like too much. Like, it's too much information. It's too much, access to whatever internet service.
I don't think it's too much. I think they're definitely throwing it at you for sure, and they want you to be locked in. I'm sure, but you have the power, though, right? Don't we have the power to be the ones to say, "Okay, I'm going to limit it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." And if you stick with it, like it's kind of like going on a diet, maybe, or a workout plan, or.
But now here's the thing: you only have the power when you realize that it's too much. Because how long?
Sometimes that's what you need.
But then we were on it we were all in it. Everything was the phone. And now we've both, out of the four of us here, we've said that we've kind of backed off from it and put the phone down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How many people out of 1 billion are actually putting the phone down?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like it's a trend that's starting now. Or, people are starting to notice it.
I've toned down social media, but like I still use my phone for other things. Like
but you use the ChatGPT.
Social media, definitely.
I haven't put down my phone. I just don't do certain things.
Right.
Matter of fact,
I feel like it just shifts.
So you limit it. Right. You limit it.
It's like a pie chart. It's like social media is it here?
Right.
It's a little too much. About 5% over this week. I got to do that.
I got a good one for you now. You were on your cruise. I was on my cruise in May.
Yes, I had internet.
When I didn't. My wife did as the emergency for the children's. I took my shit, turned it off, and I threw it into the safe. Done. I didn't touch.
I would have did the same thing.
The only time I touched my phone is when we got to Puerto Rico.
I have to be accessible for my job.
See?
I have to be.
Right.
Okay.
Even if I can't see people.
That makes sense.
Right. They should be able to,
I have to be accessible.
Right.
To at least direct people if they get in touch with me. Also, there was limited stuff that we were going to do. So I wanted my kids to be able to have contact with their friends and stuff like that. Because there's time difference and all that stuff.
Right. That makes sense.
My wife also needed to have contact to be able to have her mother contact her because.
Right.
So we kind of needed it and that's,
so you used it.
And and I watched, and it was 3:00 in the morning. I'm on a ship in Greece watching the Met game.
Yeah, no, see?
Nice.
No.
So which to me, I think was cool. That I'm like I'm sitting out on a balcony at 3:00 in the morning,
watching the game
because that's what time it's on.
Because it was there was one time when they were out in San Francisco, so it was like a 9-hour time difference.
Wow.
So so I'm watching the game.
Yeah. See, no, for me, I feel like if you're on vacation, then that's where you need to have your disconnect. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so your mother-in-law had to be in touch with. So since your phone needed to be on for your, because of your job, that then
but I didn't want her getting in touch with me like that. That's not part of the plan.
So, right, exactly.
And that, even with the kids around there, enjoy where you are.
But they did. But they had at night. They had
and you screen it
because we weren't going out. We weren't staying out in the clubs until 2-3 in the morning.
Right.
That's not our scene.
Right.
So if we're in the room and they're just chilling, they can chill on their phone and text with their friends or play.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. I do like a hybrid style. Like if we're out and we're doing stuff, we don't have our phones out unless we're taking pictures and stuff.
Right.
Or if there's like an app for if you go to like a theme park, sometimes there's an app for the theme park.
But if you're taking pictures, we're still on our phone.
Right.
That's the thing.
And I said, listen,
because the phone is the hub.
Yeah.
The phone is the hub of our connectivity.
Right.
It's what we use for everything.
Yeah.
But I won't be using it to like doom scroll the whole time or anything like that.
No, but you still on it. It's still in your hand and you're still using it.
I guess
like what Lou was saying, how much we use it.
Yeah.
Because it's so much. It's like we were in school. Like You got to know your math, right? Because you're not going to always have a calculator.
Right, right.
Fuck you. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have a calculator. I have a camera.
I have a camera, flashlight.
Encyclopedia. I have a GPS.
Yeah,
I have a flashlight. I have.
If we could only like.
I have
bring all our
ChatGPT.
back in time and be like,
here we go.
And there's no permanent record.
Oh, you're fucking great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was like,
I think for me personally and how I do, I just know for me and what I'm going to say is my sanity or lack thereof is just to disconnect.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't even have cable at home anymore.
Some people need that, and if that's what you need, that's not a bad thing.
Dude, no, absolutely. We don't have cable. All we have are the streaming services, and we talk to friends or whatever, so we know which TV shows we're going to watch because those are the ones that we've been watching.
Right.
But, we don't even watch TV the same way that we used to, man. We don't watch the news the way that we used to. No. We don't do anything the way that we used to in my house. Wife stays on her phone, you know what I'm saying? She goes through and she does the social media stuff or whatever. I cut it off. I stop.
I think it's a mix of both for me.
Mm-hmm. The TV is just a miniature hub of what you have on most of what you have on your phone.
You can actually go on your TV and use it because you can connect to connect to all that shit, right?
Like Netflix YouTube. Is on your phone, Netflix is on the TV.
Yeah,
Amazon Prime is
and that's what
I said.
You
got to log on from your phone. You got to log on.
YouTube is on your phone. YouTube is on your phone. YouTube's on your TV.
That's what I'm saying.
So I just do use banking on your phone. You pay
no, but again, I do it until. Well, that's what I'm saying. I do it until like let's say 7:00. You know what I mean? And then after that, I'm done. I'll try to put the phone down, or I'll make it a conscious decision. Put the phone down. Right. Like right now, we all played. Like the family were playing Monopoly Go.
Okay.
So then I have it on my tablet. So my phone is down. I do whatever I got to do until all my dice rolls are done.
You keep saying tablet like it's different.
No. I'm saying it's the same thing. My point is that I'm saying that I go from the phone. I put the phone down. I'll just play that one game on the tablet. So it's 20 minutes, and then I put the phone down. Right. I mean, I put the tablet down, and then, I'm sitting there and talking, you know what I'm saying? But I try to limit what my screen time is, if that makes any sense. So they say if I'm doing
you're still jumping from one to the other.
No, I'm saying, so if I say to myself, I'm only going to have 10 hours because I use it for work. Right. So then 10 hours of screen time, whether it's the phone or the tablet, it's just that 10 hours, and I drop it.
Right.
And
I got
for
you.
work,
I understand what you're saying.
I'm on my work phone, which is another device. So you're right.
And in order for you to get connected to whatever, you need to use that phone.
Right.
And that's why I don't think it's far-fetched when people are talking about things like Neuralink or whatever like that.
Well, you were talking about the glasses. Wait.
You want to sync it to which is
didn't you mention to me about this?
But it's not far-fetched that people would want to do that because they're on their devices all day long.
And they just cook to it and they can't stop. Yeah. And you were mentioning to me when you and I spoke about this, you said, what about the glasses? You said, now I'll have the glasses. It'll change. Right. The cell phone will go away. Well, it'll be something else. So and now it'll be a different device or some kind of
that talks about predictable futures, saying that with technology that everything kind of isn't permanent. These phones aren't going to be permanent. Just like pagers weren't permanent. Mm-hmm. The analog phone
wasn't permanent.
It's that's kind of.
There's always the next thing.
But so they think that the next thing will be everything will be in your glasses, or you'll have a device that that's not a phone anymore. And it's all AI powered. Where you just have your AI agents ask them whatever you want, and that comes back to you in social media is that you'll have the same thing.
Well, I mean, I know.
So you're always connected almost. Where you're physically, you're connected and all you have to do is speak.
Glasses instead of and you won't have a screen anymore.
But that's it's that same phone.
Right.
Yeah, it's
it's the same thing.
It's not, I'm not on my phone, but I'm on my tablet.
It just got better.
But I'm on my glasses. I'm
on my, because I know that the glasses, they were doing that. That was the thing that now the glasses that you can see the readout.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, that's the thing too. They're going to make augmented reality now, and that's going to just be crazy too. Yeah. Where you can have heads-up display, but the next glasses, these are the meta ones I'm wearing now. It's going to have a screen, a miniature screen.
Right, inside
that's
the
awesome.
lens.
I mean, and I get that it's great,
the thing that would be cool though for that is navigation. Because think about when you're driving.
I don't know if I would want that when I'm driving because I think it would fuck me up. Oh Lord!
Well, see, I don't.
Navigations in the speakers,
I'm saying that.
right.
Oh, we got.
I've had where it's projected on the windshield.
Yeah,
that's
right.
different.
Same thing. It heads
you
up.
don't like that?
Oh no.
Yeah.
You have that?
I think
no, I don't have it, but I've driven a car that had it.
Did it take you by surprise? You didn't know it was happening?
No, I knew it was there, but I was like, I didn't know how to shut it off, and that was bothering me.
It was annoying the shit out of you, right?
So yeah.
That's funny, bro.
Looking through the manual.
Yep.
Right.
So now going back to what you said about the reality. So there's an anime, because I watch anime, that's called Sword Art Online. And what it is that these, kids, people, whatever, they put on the whole, the goggles,
right,
and they lay down in their room, or they sit in their chair, and now they're there because they're totally immersed in the game.
So they have like
the Oculus.
VR God? Yeah, Oculus.
Yeah, like the Oculus. Okay. So they have that whole thing hooked up.
So it's 3D.
So it's like they're
it's like reality type
but
stuff.
Because of the future that they're in, when they hook up the Oculus, is hooking up and syncing up into their neural system, into their own body.
Right. Okay.
Matrix. So that now, almost like the Matrix. So now people are in there for weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? So then here, Mr. Therapist, this is where it would be. This is now where they're living what they believe, feel, want to be. So they're not the same person.
So they're living through the video.
So they're living through the
game, video game, or whatever it is.
How they dress, how they want to dress.
A recreation of some sort.
They're recreating themselves in this AI.
Like an avatar.
Right. Like an avatar.
Right.
So now, but they're stuck.
Reality.
Right. So now they're stuck in this whole thing. So this particular one.
They made a movie, but Bruce Willis was in a movie like that, where they can go into this pod and they would just be connected to everything.
Bruce Willis was.
Yeah, he was. I remember that.
Remember that?
And there was like a robot version of themselves.
Right. They were always young, but they were living in that. They would just mentally connected to it. Yeah,
I never even heard that was called, but they were like,
yeah, that was a good movie.
I remember that.
Yes,
but now
what
this
you're
is
saying
what that game was.
It actually was a movie, believe it or not.
So then now that coming into reality, what is that taking away from the people? If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying? Like now, nobody was gonna. Right now, we're having a hard time people communicating with one another in person,
right.
because of all the the social media and all that other stuff.
Right.
What's it going to look like when you actually have or be able to sink in? People now, they just dive into
maybe
video
as
games
soon as
now.
you're born, they'll tag you.
And they tag you.
Again,
you know what I'm saying?
But the other thing is, going back to what I'm saying now,
that's
you
crazy.
Have like all this super conductivity, right? And now you're having advertisements, but probably bombarded all day long then. You know what I mean? It's like, it could be really intrusive.
Right. So then now movies are becoming reality, because I was telling you guys before that movie WALL-E, that Pixar movie. WALL-E, it was post-apocalyptic kind of thing. I don't say post-apocalyptic. It was that the world, we had ran out of resources or whatever, so they put everybody up in the spaceships,
and they were all
in space. So now they're all fat,
right. And they're all in like chairs,
and they're all these hover chairs and whatnot.
They can't move,
and they can't move. They can't do anything on their own. You know what I'm saying? So that then now it's like, bro, like, is that what our future is going to be? Is that what our great grandkids are going to look like?
Or the movie Idiocracy.
Idiocracy's another one, bro.
We're on our way.
Yeah. I think Idiocracy is
we're on our way.
Reality. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
I think that would be more the reality than WALL-E or any of the other ones.
Listen, we're living in like the Terminator too. I mean,
that's the other coming in.
We're starting to have robots, all that stuff. I mean, it's just the Sky, because wasn't in Terminator it was Skynet, right?
Yep.
And isn't that what they call the defense system now?
Is it Skynet?
Isn't it called Skynet?
What Musk calls it? That
if it is, that's fucking creepy.
I thought it was called Skynet.
I think you might be right, bro.
Edgy. Because he is an edgelord.
Right, yeah. and there you go, son. You feel me?
We have a lot of science fiction comes
to fruition.
Comes real,
Because something that Lou had said to us a long time ago, and it didn't even register, was that how a lot of the stuff from Star Trek. So if you look at it, the communicator, that was the flip phone back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That was what it was. Now, not as small, but you have when McCoy would check everybody out.
The tricorder.
Right. And tricorder, is all those things, MRI machine. X-ray machine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I'm a Trekkie.
The Princeton Institute or whatever,
right?
Where they do that full body scan.
Yeah,
you can lay on a table now and it'll take your whole scan, and that's exactly what was in Star Trek.
When you get on a plane, bro, you're standing in front of a big ass machine with your hands up, and it's scanning you.
I haven't done that. Yeah, I haven't.
I've done that.
You haven't done that.
I've done that.
That's what I'm saying. So
they
now
say, can you get in there? Like, all right.
It's basically, I mean, so people, it's an
Oh
X-ray
no,
machine.
you know what? Now I remember we did it when they first came out.
Yeah, it's an MRI machine, bro. It's an MRI machine.
They're just checking you out.
They scan, and they scan for heat too. I got stopped one time. It was funny because it was the first time I was using my TSA pre-check.
Right.
I got stopped for an extra check when I went scan because there was heat coming from my crotch. So,
wow.
And it was because I was down in Florida. It was fucking 100 degrees. And
my
balls were sweating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I asked, like, why are you pulling me over? She goes, you're showing something down there. And they scanned me. It was like, yeah, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah.
They showed me the scan where it was like red down there. Like where they thought like maybe I had a gun or a knife or something like that. And it was just, no, just sweaty balls. Sorry.
Sorry, it's just Mr. Happy.
Sweaty. Funny as shit ever.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls. Awesome. That's awesome, man.
Great, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just think
my son, wait, I got to go. Sorry, my son, not to interrupt. No. My son, he was at a barbecue and he went to get on a plane and they scanned him. And because he was doing the charcoal and everything, they pulled him aside.
Yeah.
But they figured it out once he, I just
came from a barbecue.
Because he had like a
residue.
A residue.
Like gunpowder.
Right, stuff like that.
You know what? That makes me feel safe that they expect
he's
that
like that.
up,
I couldn't fucking.
I gotta say.
When he told me.
It's an inconvenience, but I'm happy that it picks that up.
But they figured it out. Because you say, hey, listen, what did you do? What, blah, blah, blah. And I guess he had to tell him, I did a barbecue, I was charcoal, and then they figured it out. And it was just, but it does work. So if they found that.
If I could, that would make me feel safe.
There's a lot of, there's a lot of things that we have out there that do make us feel safe. Because with technology, with all the good that a lot of this stuff can do, there's a lot of bad. Just as much bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
So then I understand, I get it, I appreciate it. There's still the but.
Yeah, no.
What happens if and or when it takes over? When it is that it's too much. When it is that people should sit back and
it's the AI conversation we had.
Right. All the sci-fi movies is that the AI or the computers become smarter than the people who build them. And take over and start running themselves because we're inefficient. So Skynet.
Right.
But technically, they're already smarter than we are.
Yes.
I love when you do that shit. Technically, right now, they are smarter than us because we look to ChatGPT to give us those answers. We're looking to, Google Chrome to, when we type it in, we're getting those answers. Right. There's no more encyclopedia. Now it's an artificial intelligence that is making people look like us.
It's a lot more convenient too.
Because
if you ask ChatGPT for a question instead of doing a Google search, you're going to get like a whole breakdown, and it's going to give you the information right away. And you can get resources. Sometimes it does list them too.
So then now, if we do like you said before, iRobot, I think iRobot would be more of the first before turning. No, I'm saying that you're right. They're already doing that stuff, all day long. I think iRobot would be first, and then then Terminator. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're right. We're at
but we have to be the ones to put that programming inside of it where it does not, and it's
until they do it themselves.
Because then it turns into the far future is the Matrix.
Positive thing,
but by that time,
is that we won't be here when it happens.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? At that point, we'll already be.
We'll be somewhere else.
So
I want my.
We will be long gone.
I want Rosie, my maid, to clean my house for me.
That'd be awesome.
Then I'll be good.
They could make a Rosie.
They could make.
Absolutely. They could actually make
a
functioning Rosie who, maybe she didn't float. Did she?
No. She just had wheels.
She had
wheels. One wheel.
Float. Okay.
They had the little cars.
Yeah.
That was great.
They could.
They
could make her easily. Got AI. They could make her.
But they've already done that, bro. Think about it. They have the bomb sniffing robots and stuff.
Yep.
They look like dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's
safer.
It's just all those things that they already have, man. And it's like,
Yeah, and it's just going to get better.
Well, better for who? For AI?
Well, I'm just saying, as far as technology is concerned, it's going to get to a point where, man, it's going to, hopefully, if they don't destroy themselves.
Until they get or if it gets too good that it picks you out because you smoked a cigarette.
Right.
And you smell like you smell like a match, and so therefore you're a terrorist.
Yeah,
therefore they're going to shoot you, or they're going to incarcerate you.
That's the fifth element.
And the other thing is too you know, if someone is a good hacker, they can hack all these systems and use them against people.
And then that's the movie with Matt Damon.
Which one?
That he had the exoskeleton and he had the whole thing in his.
With Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
but he was dying though, right? Too.
Right. It's just there's so many things that we just. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was a Matt Damon flick and Jodie Foster, and there was another one with Matt Damon. It would I can't think of the guy's name. But it's just all the things that now
the future
that the future.
Well, that's
could
the thing.
Look like.
It's going to be basically up to humanity to decide what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that's what we have to go and end it with, bro. Because that's our time, bro. Yeah, we really got into that one. Yeah. So again, thank y'all for listening, watching, follow, like, all the good stuff. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
Stay weird.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
All right.